It's not a necessary part of it, it's just going to be handed out. That's all. It's just information, it's not.
No, that's fine, I just didn't collect all the stuff so they can review it beforehand, so
It won't make any sense.
that's fine. I'm not demanding it.
Glad for that. Welcome to the officer.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Here? Yes. Here.
Here. Approval of the agenda, except for on September 1st, and September 8th. Up on the top. September 1st,
July 28th, you're talking about?
No, for tonight, Mark. On the agenda, up on top. Yeah, so we had it at September 1st, which we're September 8th. Motion.
I will make a motion.
Back up. I'll second.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
Approval of regular meeting minutes from July 28th.
I think everything reflected in the minutes, reflected what we did. I'll make a motion to that one.
Back up.
I can make one correction to it.
There's that.
We've made over the last 3 or 4 months a motion to add the vehicle usage and employee handbook to it, and it's still not showing up on it. Was there a motion made to second it on that?
April 21st meeting.
Yeah, this is July 28th.
Yes, and it's been done every month.
You should do it on July the 28th.
I'm saying that this motion has been put in every month since April 21st, and it's still not here.
They don't, the motions don't carry over.
So I'm
Yeah, I don't know, I think the
I'm saying that they're going to be put on the agenda each time, but still nothing.
then you get to get it on the agenda now and jump that road. Get it on the agenda.
As I've done every month since April 21st.
We have to have a work session for the employee handbook. We just can't sit here and not figure it out and spend all that time. What do we need to revise?
I understand that, but it's not up to me to set that part of it.
I didn't say it was, I'm just letting you know.
Okay, and let's get it to where it's supposed to be placed.
My motion still stands.
Back up. Voting on second.
second I think everybody thought last year it was put on by the town, and nobody came, it wasn't advertised, and only two
We didn't
people
do
even
it.
said it.
We didn't do that last year, but
I mean, I don't know who did, who did, to try again.
Danny gave it the last couple of years, I know. We've been the little details, yeah.
Okay. And that was it. Okay, my second issue is animal control on North Romero. Joe Grado has at least 20 dogs now that his two female have had victors. Joe doesn't have a fence. These dogs are out. I don't understand why he doesn't have to have a fence. Anyway, these dogs are not fenced in. Safety issues with our kids and pets. Adam, code enforcer, is very much aware of the situation and has done nothing that I know of since May, early May. We had planned, he acted like he was all buddy with Humane Society. We had plans for those dogs to go to a safe place. Then Derek decided to use the dog catcher. Instead of capturing the loose dogs, they went into the yard and traumatized five.
Excuse me, why did Derek decide to be the dog catcher?
I have no idea.
He's always been the dog catcher.
Depends on what day it is.
Well-
Okay, no comments, please continue.
Okay, so instead of capturing the loose dogs, he went into the yard, traumatized five of Joe's dogs. Now I am being taken to court for telling Derek that Noah's Ark is full. It's full. They're not taking any animals from anywhere. I went yesterday, they're not doing vaccinations, they're not doing spay-neuter. We have a serious problem in this town of unspayed animals. They've rescued like 3 different groups now, kittens and they care about animals.
You have any suggestions where to take them? Because everywhere we've tried, we won't take them.
Because they're full. Okay, so going to court now. My dog and I have been attacked and injured by Gabby Vito's dogs. The magistrate ordered the dogs to be removed if any more issues. Gabby's dogs killed Robert's cat. This cat was beloved by many. Their dogs are still here. Again, attacked by pit bulls in October. Do you remember when you told me all 4 dogs would be gone, Mark?
October when?
This year, October.
No, I didn't. I told you October 2 years ago.
I just got attacked in October.
I don't know if that was your problem. I told you 2 years ago. I'm trying to take care of it.
They're still here. Okay. Attacked by 2 pit bulls that injured me on all ends. Donna didn't get a ticket. I never know what happens to these people that hurt me. There's no information. There's no transparency. There's no police report. Yeah, Colin came.
You follow up with him and find everything?
He's not here anymore.
I didn't ask if you said, did you follow up with him at that
I
time?
did.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Colin was not worth a lot. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't know if anybody got a ticket. One dog went to Noah's Ark, got put down. The other one, I don't know. They live across from the school. I think you should be more concerned about safety in this town. Okay. Has anyone ever been held accountable for their actions in this Color's question? I was guilty. I'm tired and injured by animals that need to be controlled by their owners. I suggest that we have our own nonprofit rescue shelter to help our town animals get them vaccinated and fixed.
We looked into that in the past, and it costs so much, and there's so much liability with it. I mean, it's just not feasible for the town to have anything like that.
So what are we gonna do?
You know, your question is about as good as ours, because like I say, we used to take to the Noah's Ark all the time, but then they got full. Walsenburg, they got such a little facility, they won't take them, so we're looking for different outlets, different ways to do it.
Can I make a suggestion about this problem? You know, we come in with problems, we come in with solutions. So I'd like to make a suggestion as a solution. I noticed that in town, there's a lot of vacant houses that people have just abandoned. So instead of trying to put it out on the town hall as their problem, I think it's all our something like the Noah's Ark on one of these private properties, but let's do it based on volunteerism. You know? Some of us.
And grants.
I might contribute,
You're right.
paying some food sometime, looking after the animals.
All right,
But
grants.
if you put it out to a town, you know, I think we can solve it, not just put it on town hall. Just make us all accountable.
Very
Let's come together as a community like we should be, you know? So it shouldn't be one person's problem. Let's make this town more attractive so people will want to come and stay and invest in the town. That's the solution. So instead of putting it on people, let's all come together as a town and let's work together finally, you know? That's my suggestion.
Good idea.
That's good.
And you know what? Another thing is, don't forget the town people, put a committee, the town puts the information out like in the newsletter. Anybody who wants to volunteer, you know, use this hall. We come together with suggestions, materials. The town, you tell us, you know, if there's a piece of property that we can use, that we can start developing it. Where it's not one person's problem. We're all gonna, let's make it a fun town again.
You want to leave that up?
For me, I have enough animals at my house. I take care of them. I will count. I most definitely will count.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
what we'll need is like for insurance, everything that you need to run a facility like that.
Yeah.
And right now, like I say, for the town, it's way expensive, so.
Well, let's do this. Let's put in your newsletter and just say, this can come as a suggestion. We can do a meeting, because I know nothing about your town insurance and stuff like that. And you need representation from the town to tell us what are the liabilities for it, you know?
Very good
Because
idea.
I can see what your stuff, because you know all that, and none of us know that.
Very good idea, thank you.
So sharing that information would be great.
Yeah, it would, thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then my last thing is something I just have to share. I'm gonna read this.
Yeah, 5 minutes. It's already up.
They discussed. Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you all have the letter, so you all know the truth. Written from my aunt in 1996 to me, asking me to come for Christmas. You all have been harassing me because of my aunt. I got nothing. I lost everything in Denver. I've been in court for 10 years, and I'm tired of it. So just stop.
That has nothing to do with us.
I'm the only, no,
All right,
that's the whole time I've been there. Talk about a sheriff.
okay, Mr. Rubin.
I have 3 things on. One of them that I really want to get off. That I brought all.
I'm starting for that. So that you know.
How's this? I have on, Kyra, she's filed this restraining order, and I know everyone thinks this is old news, but to me it's not. Whenever my record gets run on the courts, this thing comes popping up. It was filed on March 23rd, and it was signed by Kyra, saying that I was harassing her, and talking physical assault, threat, or other situation. This was 30 days before I took my seat on the board. And in this, parts of the complaints are, let's see, I've been stalked by this man for 3 years now, and he is using social media to make threats to me for my job. This man was scheduled to be seated on my council next month, April. I fear for mine and my children's life. This guy's just unstable and will not leave me alone. This has gone on since August 2020, April, May, June 2021, January, February, March 2022. She also stated in 2021 to her work email, I stated, I'm coming for her. I'd like to see that email. That has never been said by me. I've never made a threat. And he says, I would call on his personal cell on weekends harassing me to answer his emails. Okay, I brought,
You got 3 deals to go over, so.
Honestly, what does this even have to do with work?
what does it have to do with work? You filed false charges against me and you
Don't point your
lied.
finger at me. I'm not.
We're not.
Hey, just back to me. Look, she filed false charges, she lied in court, she defamed my character, she's liable.
Really? Have you seen her YouTube videos? You defamed me.
Excuse me, those YouTube videos are not mine.
Yes, they are.
And you're just burning up the time that I have.
Well, go on to your next one.
Excuse me?
Go on with your next one. You have 3 of them here.
You're gonna count the time against me that she's arguing with me while I'm trying to present this.
Like I said, you got 3 different separate ones, correct?
Right.
Okay, you got 5 minutes to go ahead and talk about it.
You're giving me 5 minutes for all 3?
Yes, sir.
You guys are full of crap. I filed 3 separate agendas, then you're wasting my time by arguing with me whenever I'm trying to present this. You don't want this to come out, but it's going to come out.
Good, you can address my attorney then.
Could you get hold of this woman as secretary and get her to quit interrupting me?
Well, keep going. I mean, you both got it. That's enough from both. Go with your
This
deal.
is
Like I
on
said.
my record that she put there, and I have here records of all of her phone numbers that I could find. Plus, I have my personal phone records for the last 2 years. And in that, it shows that there was 1 call between me and her on the weekend or even on her phone number, and that was for 21 minutes where she called me. So that was a direct lie.
If I may speak, you're talking about your records.
No, you can't.
Here,
It's
I
my
can't
turn to
speak.
talk.
I can't speak.
That's enough. That's enough.
Stop this here, this guy.
That's enough. Go ahead.
You're obviously not wanting to hear anything. What she did was a felony charge if I tried to push it in court. Here's the 80 pages that she filed against me, and there's a letter in here from the town attorney saying that everything I said was my right to say.
Really? They get in there, we like
Will you get control first? You obviously do not want to hear what anyone has to say. I'm sure my 5 minutes is probably real close to being over. I have 2 more issues.
Well, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes on both, and after that.
No, I want 5 minutes on each one.
No, that's what you're gonna get.
No, I'm looking at 5 minutes on each. That's what the rules say. And then you're wasting your time arguing with me. I get 5 minutes for each issue, and I file 3 issues to the agenda.
You get 5 minutes for both. Ready?
I've never seen such kangaroo court, and I've been through
Today in the court.
All right.
Yeah, let me start this.
Let's move to the emergency management. My complaint on him, other than all these fake claims that have been filed against me, is him lying in court. You were there in court when we went to court.
Yes.
The first thing he stated was he's been employed by the town for 4 years. He hasn't been here even close to 4 years, it's more like a year and a half.
No, it's close to 4 years. Better check.
Would you get her to quit interrupting me?
Go ahead.
He claimed 4 years of employment with the town. It's barely been over a year and a half. His other claim was that the bus is not a running vehicle. He believed it to be broke down. Through that whole period of time, I moved that bus all over town. He's even complained to me about being parked on Main Street. I parked it in Gerald's lot. I parked it across the street from the park here. He tells the judge that he thought that this bus to fit that ordinance was not running.
Mayor, if I may ask.
No, you can't ask. It's my turn to talk. Would you people stop?
I don't agree with Donald, I gotta agree. This is a personal thing, it's nothing to do with the town.
How is it personal whenever I'm on the council and the council is attacking me and the administrator on made-up charges? And that would show me court you were there whenever he said he didn't know this bus was running. And the only way it fit into that ordinance that I had to defend myself on was from his lies.
And did the judge rule in your favor?
I was found not guilty, which shows more that he lied.
Well, go ahead, 'cause I'm gonna take your time. Go ahead.
Then we come to the video of him at my house taking measurements for an ordinance that he would not tell me why he was there taking the measurements. And I'm sure that's probably what the video thing set up here. Towards the end of this, he comes walking towards me, yelling at me, do I have a problem with him? While I was in my pickup truck, and when he approached, he had his hand on his gun. How do you know, Tyler, you were not there?
I know what's going on, mine, please.
I can say if this is a fact, where's your evidence? If the town council allow me, I'd like to play that video.
Well,
If you won't even allow me to speak the time I got to speak.
I think it's really Donald, and I think this needs to go to a whole executive session, or a whole different meeting with an executive session other here tonight.
yeah.
Well, I'm here and I just proved that two of the people that are on the town are lying.
You could bring it to another meeting, we have a total meeting.
I've been trying, let's see, since September is when this first came up in the meeting. And then you lost control of the meeting, and then I didn't get to finish. And each month since then, I've been trying to bring this up. And now, let's go to another meeting. When is it going to be discussed?
It's already, you went to court on this already.
On him?
Yeah, so that one's over.
I
The
know,
one-
no,
the
it's
one-
not
hold
over.
on, hold on. The restraining order was never filed, there was nothing in there, so that one's over. So what's the next one?
Right, okay, my next remark is you got to be freaking kidding me. It's on my records, whenever you run the court record, that I have this thing filed on me. And you say that's over, it's going to stay on my record for 3 to 5 years, and it was from lies that were made from the administrator.
Like your felonies and your drug charges. Now
Would
you're-
you shut up?
This is the video.
You have no problem. You can't control it. It's enough.
out to here.
Yeah, you go ahead and put it back.
Don wants to, one wants to look that out, that's fine.
So,
I'm not harassing anybody. I'm doing what I'm paid to do.
According to the letter from the attorney.
You're fucking tender late. They got a job.
Did anyone bother reading that letter?
Then you go around dressing like a cop.
I'm not. It says code enforcement officer. You can read English. It's clear.
I can read.
Well, that's what it says.
You know, I haven't been to a meeting in years, but, first of all, I don't know who that guy is.
Named out deceased.
Why is it 30 seconds?
5 minutes.
Time limit? Is it that important for everybody to go home at that time or what?
That's the rules of the council, whenever anybody
So
puts in a
all of a
deal.
sudden they're starting to.
No,
go by the
it's always
rules.
been
I
that way.
think for a long time.
Because, I understand, I don't know that he's a county enforcement, right? And this man has been harassed for, his gift. How come all Mark's stuff around town don't have license and stuff? And how come they don't get him?
We're going to have something without license.
You have junk all over the place.
Does it need license plates on it or what?
What's that?
Does it need license plates?
If they're on the street, if these.
There's none on the street that I don't have license plates.
Years ago, kids on the street in needed plates, and they would haul them off if they didn't. What happened to that ordinance?
Here's one thing, none of y'all know how many people have gotten letters or citations. Nobody knows. I can tell you, somebody said who it was. I'm not saying who it was. There's another board member too.
That's it, that's over. Moving on.
No, I was just.
Listen to him.
I was just curious because, you know, I go around, when they first came out with this water meter, I went around.
Listen to him.
You go down Main Street, you see
We're done.
water. You go out, you see our new place, water going, everything. And I went to the courthouse, and I asked them, and they said, well, we have to physically see them. I said, well, all it takes is 5 minutes to go down, drive, and you can see it, it's on. But, you know, what's so hard about trying to do the right thing and for the whole town? Not just one or two. It's the whole town that needs it.
I agree with it. All right.
This place is, the Aguilar is turned into a junkyard, really.
All right, moving on.
I'd like to find out here on. I got Mark's voter registration where he's registered to vote on Main Street here, which is the parking lot. I went through the court records and found his address at 28900 Lynn Road. Then I went to Google Maps. That address is out of town.
Well, that was
That's
good.
not the right one.
That's
What
all.
do you talk about? It's not the right one.
Did you get this one directly from the treasurer's office?
I got
Did you
the
get a
voter
list that has
registration.
everything on there?
You know what? Here's from the voters registration.
Well, that doesn't tell me anything.
My registration is 406, for 460.
What's your driver's license say?
Doesn't matter.
All right, moving on.
My bottom side of it says what I gotta do.
Okay, moving on. Executive session, personnel matters.
Now, before you go into executive session, aren't we supposed to know, and the people supposed to know what this is about? But the people are still supposed to know what we're talking about.
Personality.
You can't talk about employees and public.
I make the motion to go into executive session for personality.